Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to do something slightly different. I'm sorry about the delay. We had a little glitch figuring out how to fix the phone to the tripod, and I'm at the mercy of my camera woman Rodlin, so I have to wait. But we are also kind of busy today because there were 3 cakes that we have. And I'd like to quickly show you the first ones. That's this. This is a beautiful cake for a lady's birthday. And here's another fondant covered cake. You can see how the name is done, and there's a little crown on top. Okay, and the third one I'm still working on. I'll show it to you. Maybe I'll share photographs of it later on. So today our session is different. Over the course of these 20 weeks, I've been getting a whole lot of questions as to what is bandung, what are the powders I use, what is yuzu juice, or what is the powder what is the coloring that I use for red velvet cakes and so on. So I thought I'd do one quick session where I answer some of those questions and also introduce you to a whole lot of the ingredients that I use on a regular basis for my baking. Okay, so let's start. Where shall we start? Let's start with this. This is yuzu juice. Yuzu is a really wonderful citrus fruit that grows in Japan. Okay, and the juice is milder than Persian lemons. It's very delicate. It's a lovely delicate flavor. It's a kind of a mix between lemon and orange. Okay, here's the bottle. Now in any of the Japanese stores in Singapore, Media or Isetan or even Don Don Donki, you will find the yuzu juice. On occasion they have the fruit as well, but the fruit is really expensive. The peel is wonderfully delicate, but the juice itself is really lovely. So we will come to, in the course of our next lives, we will cover how to use that yuzu juice and where you can use the yuzu juice. Later I'll also show you Mayer lemons when Rodlin brings them for me. Here I have something called Biscoff spread. Now I'm sure all of you have used Nutella, you've used different kinds of spreads, but this is a really interesting one, and I'm showing you the name. It's the Lotus biscuits, and this is the biscuits ground together to form a really lovely, addictive, tasty paste, okay, which you can use in your cakes. Here I prefer not to use artificial food colors unless absolutely required in my icings as well as my cakes. Wherever possible, I try and use natural food colors. They are much more delicate. That's one thing you should keep in mind. But look at the range of interesting ones that you can find both in Singapore as well as on iHerb. So here I have the purple sweet potato. This is very healthy. It lends a beautiful, delicate, pale mauve color to your icing. It doesn't have a taste of its own, and it's also great added into your breads. Here I have a darker color, the blackberry powder. Now the antioxidants on this are so high that you can also add this to your smoothie. Remember one thing, with Singapore being extremely humid, these powders go chunky, or they absorb the moisture from the air and they go hard very quickly. So when you have something like this, make sure that it's kept sealed. Make sure that you have this sitting in a Ziploc bag and in the fridge to lengthen the shelf life one, and also prevent it from going lumpy. If it does go lumpy, there are solutions, and we will come to that later. Here's my dragon fruit powder. Dragon fruit is extremely healthy for people with high blood pressure, people with blood sugar issues and so on. And the pink dragon fruit is sold in powder form. It's sold in chip form also, but it's also sold in powder form, and that is a wonderful addition to color your frostings, to actually add to your cakes. It doesn't have much of a flavor by itself, but it adds a beautiful green texture and color to your frostings. Here I have a new product which I talked about during one of my desserts when we did the panna cotta, and this is a Peruvian purple corn. This is sold by a company called Purple Superfoods in Singapore, and I will put a link to their website so that you can order this purple Peruvian corn yourself. It's extremely high in anthocyanins, I think it's called. Let me take a look. It's an extremely healthy antioxidant which you can add on top of your smoothies, you can add on top of your smoothie bowls, you can add to your cereal, you can add to your breads, you can add to desserts and so on and so forth. Okay? There is a way of getting that purple color to come out, and we'll cover that later. Here I have some beetroot powder. Beetroot powder is what I use in my red velvet cakes. I don't like adding food coloring, and that to a whole bottle full of red food coloring into my cakes, into my red velvets in particular, and so this is what I use. Extremely healthy. It has a very mild earthy flavor, nothing that will not be covered by your cocoa powder, and it gives a beautiful vibrant color to your cakes. Here I have matcha. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with matcha. Matcha has a slightly bitter undertone, so make sure that you use as little or as much of matcha as you want. Here's a beautiful new product that I found, and it's the pandan powder. This is by a company called Miraya, that's also Singapore based, and they sell these pandan sachets of pandan powder. Now pandan is very easily available in Singapore, but for some applications it's good to have the powder. Okay, and it's also making your own extract takes time, so it's good to have the powder for certain things. You can add them to breads, you can add them to desserts, you can add them to a whole host of things that you make. I also have over here blue pea powder. Blue peas are what in India we call the Shank Pushpam or the Shank Pushp. It looks like a little conch, and it's one of those edible flowers that can be used in a whole lot of cooking. The Peranicans here in Singapore have a long tradition of using that in their desserts and in their cooking, and this makes the most brilliant blue teas which are very healthy. The moment you add a little bit of lemon to the tea, it goes from blue to purple. So literally there's magic happening. Now, can you color your icings with blue pea flower? Yes, of course you can. But the color will be very pale. It won't be as vibrant as a gel food color, a chemical food color, for example. Here I have some edible organic dried roses, which I love adding on top of some of my cakes. These are teeny tiny rose buds. Buy them in small quantities and keep them tightly, airtight in a Ziploc bag, and use them as quickly as possible. Here I have bandu. Now this was something that a lot of you asked about, and I've lived in Singapore for 12 years and I encountered it only after coming here. But rose milk per se is something which is very commonly available in southern India. It's a drink made with the rose syrup and milk, and it's pretty sweet, and as children we loved it. When we moved to Singapore and I encountered the bandu, I realized that it was a much milder, much more delicate version of my favorite rose milk, and so I've started buying this on a regular basis. All of us love it. I use it, we drink it as is, I use it in desserts, I use it in cakes, I use it for various things. Okay, so try this out for sure. You'll find it even in a, what is that called? A petrol station, you'll find this, you'll find it in Mustafa, you'll find it everywhere. So I'd like to introduce you to, these look like lemons, but these are basically Meyer lemons. They're different from our normal Persian lemons. The skin is extremely thin, and the lemon itself is a hybrid between a lemon and an orange. So the juice is much less acidic, much more delicate, and really delicious. When you can find this, which is rare in Singapore, snap them up, and we will make a lot of different things with that, which we will come to. And then here finally are vanilla beans. Now both these packets are actual vanilla beans that have been dried and fermented. Now vanilla beans are native to Mexico, but they were carried by the Spanish and grown in different parts of the world because it was a cash crop that brought them lots and lots of money. They still continue to be a cash crop, and vanilla prices are only increasing. So I found this wonderful company called Miraya, the ones that make the pandan powder as well, and they have vanilla beans which are Madagascan vanilla beans and Indonesian vanilla beans. They also have a Tahitian vanilla bean. Try this out. This is wonderful. I have a box full of vanilla beans that I ordered for some of you, and the whole cupboard smells just delicate and beautiful. Every time I open the cupboard, I feel like standing there. I feel like using this as a perfume on myself. These vanilla beans, I have a video which I made some months ago on how you can make your own vanilla extract. So make sure that you take these off my hands very quickly because I'm going to use them and make all your desserts or all your extracts with this vanilla. And if you want more, you can always contact Miraya. We'll be happy to ship you some. Okay, what else? We also have a rose syrup which I've asked Rodlin to bring, which I'd like to show you because in the absence of the bandung, that's what I use. Now bandung by itself is sweetened, it's flavored, it's very, very light. So on occasion I like using that rose syrup, which is like a bottle that's stored in various places, and it's different from the Indian Ruah Afza. This is the brand. It is the brand. It's called TG Kiat and Co. It's called Rose Brand Syrup, delicious syrup. Okay, this is really lovely, and while the color looks bilious, when you add it to your milk or your cream, it makes it pale and flavors it beautifully. But this is sweetened. You can also drink it by mixing it in milk or in soy milk and have a delicious drink of your own. So I'm stopping here because there are too many ingredients that I can go on and on and on about, but I have to get back to my cake. But I'll stop here, and I'll also remind you that we are already 20 strong in the closed Facebook group. If any of you want to join, please let us know as early as possible because we close at 50. We capped at 50. Okay? And we will be covering a whole lot of very interesting desserts and recipes over there as well. Thank you. See you next week, and bye-bye.